Graham Rawlins with our Wednesday edition of News Geelong. The Irish eyes were smiling at the home of the 2011 National Celtic Festival at Port Arlington, where people had a cracking good time and returned home with a feeling of connection, community and a rejuvenated spirit. This weekend it's Torquay's turn, with the Adam Lindsay Gordon-inspired Torquay Froth and Bubble Literary Festival being held at the Torquay College, featuring 30 presenters over the 2 days of literary fun and entertainment. And later in the program, the wounded flying hawk Nathan Curry will bring us all the latest news from the pulsating world of Geelong sport, while sparkling Lani Salathiel will update us on the Geelong and Surf Coast weather over the next 6 days. The Geelong Ring Road Employment Precinct, GREP, is Geelong's largest designated precinct for industrial development, as Meryl Friend reports.
We're here at the Geelong Ring Road Employment Prospectus launch. This is GREP. This will be the new hub for the industrial business sector and creating many, many jobs in the process.
Well, it's an opportunity for businesses into the future to find a prime location and a site here that is beautifully located. It's very close to Avalon Airfield. It's right on the ring road here, which is going to give any potential business access to its markets. It's also very close to the Port of Geelong. So again, we have a skilled workforce here in the northern suburbs of Geelong, which is going to be just brilliant for any company that wishes to relocate or to move into this area. So we have an opportunity here for businesses to move into this area, and today we are launching the prospectus, which will actually be the sale document which people will be able to look at and sort of have a look at all the different advantages that this site has. And certainly with the work we're doing around the state and the businesses that we are talking to around the state, this area here really does shape up very, very well.
It has indeed a very important day, a milestone in fact, I think, for what will be an industrial site that will help to provide jobs for, in particular, the northern suburbs of Geelong, the 3214 postcode, with 10,000 jobs potentially on site here and a flow-on effect of a further 1,200 jobs we're expecting to come out of this site. So real potential. It's a great day. It's been a long time coming, as you say. A lot of time and money has been invested in getting the site to this particular point. It's a massive infrastructure ask. We've just completed a drainage system where we've got the capacity for a 1 in 100 year flood on the site. That required moving 115,000 cubic metres of soil and rock, which is a big ask by any stretch of the imagination, and it's great to see the employment precinct coming along at the moment, and great to have the partnership of the state government in launching the prospectus today.
From GREP, the Geelong Ring Road Employment Precinct, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. The start of works on Torquay's $2.7 million Fishermans beach redevelopment will deliver a brand new purpose-built community, tourism and recreational facilities. Ian Nichols reports.
On this cold and wintry morning in Torquay, we're at Fisherman's Beach again, this time for another red letter day, the commencement of construction of the $3 million redevelopment of this precinct. It will include, of course, a new angling club and a kiosk facility, and certainly an upgraded toilet facility as well. It's all part of this redevelopment, which has already seen a new ramp, a boat ramp, put in place, and today marks the first, if you like, step in the construction period.
Yes, I've come from your old patch, Ian, to represent the Deputy Premier Pt1 at the turn of the first sod and the launch of the building project here at Fisherman's Beach, and it's certainly going to be an amazing project when we finally get it built.
Well, in your playing days at Geelong, you'd have obviously spent some very happy times in Torquay and the Surf Coast.
I spent some pretty exhausting times running along the beaches here at Fisherman's Beach, but of course back then a large portion of the development wasn't actually in place. So the Sands precinct and the Torquay expansion into that area there wasn't prominent as it is now, but certainly now that development has materialised, it's fitting that government provide infrastructure and amenity to ensure that the residents are able to enjoy this coastline in the way that they have been able to do. And it's a credit to the Great Ocean Road Coastal Committee that they've also got some serious investment in this project.
And Andrew, you've picked up the ball and rolled with it, or the baton, as Damien said, and you'll see it through to completion now.
Yeah, look, it's a great facility that's going to be built, and as Damien said, there's been a lot of growth in Torquay. So these facilities, was an older facility that was here, and these facilities need to grow with the times and cater for a growing community, not only for the community that's living here, but also the influx in the summer months. So it'll be a fine building when it's finished.
Yes, we've got our mayor overseas now, acting mayor's up in Melbourne, so it's my job today to be part of this wonderful presentation.
Yes, well, you've obviously had your eye on this for a long time now.
Look, it has been a long time coming, but we did put 200,000 in about 2007, knowing the importance of this infrastructure on this beautiful piece of coastline.
Yeah, it's going to make a huge difference, isn't it?
Oh, look, with the marine rescue being in a secure home and just being able for people to come and enjoy the area with toilets and kiosk facilities, it'll make this area even better than it is now.
And well, it has been a haven for anglers and sports people, but now this opens it up to so many others, doesn't it? Other groups.
Absolutely. You bring in the infrastructure and people will come and just see what a beautiful area we live in. And people say that it's getting bigger and bigger, but there's still spots of paradise here, and this is one of them.
At Fisherman's Beach on a wintry morning, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Nico. Good fishing. The National Celtic Festival at Port Arlington was one of the participation supporting the arts and promoting the wonderful Bellarine region, as Blake Freeman reports.
I'm here at the National Celtic Festival, Australia's largest celebration of Celtic music and culture, showcasing an array of talent from all around the world.
We have a really diverse program that covers, so we've got live concerts, acoustic venues, and we have a really big workshop program, so workshops in languages, in music, instruments, singing, so there's a whole range of programs on offer here. The festival's been in Port Arlington now for 9 years, so we're heading into our 10th next year. So it began quite a small festival here with just a few venues, but over the 9 years it's really expanded, where we've got major hawker and tent structures in. We use small restaurants and churches around the town, so it's expanding, and then the market area has expanded over that time as well, and of course then people coming to the festival, the numbers are really growing. This year we've got quite an international lineup. We've got Solace from the States. They haven't been to Australia before. This is their first gig, and they are one of the most renowned Irish bands in the States, so it's actually quite a coup to have them here. They're flying only in for our festival. We have a small executive committee who sort of oversee the event, and then we have a growing band of volunteers who are really keep us on our feet. A lot of those volunteers are from Port Arlington, so there's a real community ownership and feel of the festival now.
We make the cakes and biscuits and pastries of the British Isles predating 1700, so all our recipes had to have been made prior to 1700. It first started in Geelong on the foreshore, and we started there, and then it went to Deakin University, and then of course up here at Port Arlington. So it's a great festival.
And how did you get involved in the festival?
Well, because I make a specific product pertaining to the Celts, and I just saw it advertised, so I thought this is the sort of place that my product would sell. So that's why I turned up. Yeah, it's been great.
At the National Celtic Music Festival, Blake Freeman, News Geelong.
Thank you, Blake. This is our Wednesday edition of News Geelong as we go to a break and return with more news after this.